I was just talking about having like hard struggles going through life, and how I was talking about how growing up, and as long as I live, I'm 47 now, and out of all of the years that I've been on the planet, I never had or owned a, like what I'm getting at is that from my growing up, liking and resources and stuff, I could say that having family members in jail, just things, just it be hard, when you think about just from experience of not really knowing who you are, hoping that your seed doesn't go back to a evil seed of nations, stuff like that. You battling with that. Every day you battling with it. And you be like, man, I hope I don't descend from these people with this type of seed. You know what I'm saying? Even though our foreparents and forefathers mixed and did all kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? It just looked like it just created the spirit of confusion, you know? And you be like, damn, some things just be embarrassing to say. I'm just gonna be honest. Because it's just something, because I'm not making a big deal out of it. But maybe I should make a big deal out of it because maybe I have a right to make a big deal out of it, living in the hood to where only people that, you know, that looks like you or whatever, look y'all know what I mean, more darker and stuff like that. Everybody in the neighborhood look the same. You don't see nobody else, no, from people from no other nation that actually, the other people outside, they can't relate to this. And so when you look at that, a lot of people don't question that, you know? And you be like, damn, I hope and pray to the Most High God that you be like, damn, I hope I don't sin from these damn people. That's how I be thinking, like these Edomites or Esau or whatever, you know what I mean? And then on top of that, you be like, man, you don't want to have to struggle financially all your life and then have to turn around and go and struggle all over again. That's how, literally, how my mind be thinking. You see what I'm saying? Because to not know who you truly are, you have to put on, you have to say other and stuff like that. With that, I would say life has really been hard. It ain't been easy because you're thinking about the genetics of evil seed, and you hoping and you praying that you are not this that type of cycle. You see what I'm saying? Being programmed, conditioned, separated from your family members. You know what I'm saying? Putting drugs in your community, keeping your family members in jail. Stuff. You being separated from your family. You be like, damn, I'll be glad when I see my family when they come out. You see what I'm saying? Like, and then people want to sit up and make excuses for, like, when I talk to them, this is no degrade or downgrading to my people. When you talk to them, I'm just gonna say it like that. It's like when you talk about Esau and things of that nature, they're gonna try to flip words and make it seem like you stupid because they traveled and they've been out of town. Like, they got people over here in these other countries over here, they don't care nothing about white people neither. They do white people the same way, and this and that and the third and this and that. It's like they using all those techniques to try to destroy what you saying or what you've been through, or saying, oh, you over there in America and you going through this. That's all you see is one thing. If you come over here and this and that and the third, they doing Chinese people. They got more Chinese people that's poor. They got more white people that's poor. They use every technique that they can to try to destroy and try to basically dispute what you're saying is not true. Basically, that's what they actually doing. And I don't like when our people do that. I don't like when people do that. They sit up. It's like what they doing. They're saying we're not going to hold so-called white people accountable for the stuff that goes on. We're not going to hold them accountable for that. And then you got to deal with, sometimes they're like, if you say something that they don't like, they'll turn around taking, actually demolish your channel. You wake up one day, the next few days, you wake up, you come back to your channel, or you come in your house and you click on something. I'm sorry if you have violated the terms of YouTube service. You put out racist information and offensive content and stuff. And so we just, your channel was removed, this and that. It's it's a lot. It's like you getting your ass. You know how parents, like, we was brought up, and your grandpa or somebody, they was whooping your ass, or your mama was whooping your ass or whatever. And if you didn't stop crying like shit, if you didn't dry the tears up fast enough, they took that belt or whatever they had and wrapped your ass again and said, "Shut the hell up. I don't want to hear no more." That's literally how it is over here in this, over here in America where we live. Like, you can't. They'll say, like, I didn't get a chance. I don't think I watched all of that video. They had the Hebrew brothers on the streets, right? The brothers on the streets teaching the people, our people, who they are according to God. And they had some so-called white woman walked up and she said, "Oh, stop whining," and all that kind of stuff. Say, "I'll stop whining," this and that and the third. That's what she was saying. But she can say that, but she ain't. She still, she's telling our people that. She telling my brothers that on the streets, but she benefiting off of the system. She able to walk, like they say here, on stolen land and just throw up in your face. You stop whining until the tables get turned. You see what I'm saying? She don't have to worry about struggling and, like, damn, I hope I don't descend from these, whatever, these people. And she know exactly. You ask her nationality, she gonna tell you Europe. She gonna tell you Britain or Irish or Greek and Irish, all that. They don't have to hesitate, to say who they are. They know by they know by nature where they come from. But the so-called mixed people, because it's no such thing as mixed. You are what your dad is. We got to say things like, I don't know, other. When you fill out an application, you got to put other or something like that. I grew up to where I couldn't even read or write, so I had to depend upon my family members to help me, teach me how to read things. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was learning how to read, they didn't have no social media and stuff like this now. Like, you can get on here and you can talk about what's bothering you and stuff like that. They didn't have that. You know what I mean? That type of stuff. But now, they got to where you can actually make your own channel, broadcast news and everything. But anyway, um, it's just been hard. It ain't really been like what you call easy. Hold on, let me set that down there. Hopefully it doesn't fall. Hold on, wait a minute. It looks weird when your face ain't showing. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just been it ain't been easy. You know, it's been hard, and it definitely haven't been easy. And but like I said, the white woman will say, "Oh, stop that whining," and this and that and the third. And that goes back to my point to where I was talking about you getting your ass whooped over here in America, poverty, less fortunate, finances, and poor on resources and stuff like that. Then when you talk about it, then they want to say you whining and stop whining and this and that and the third. But they not going through that part. They never been. They don't know what it's like. You know what I'm saying? To be separated, hoping that you're not from a bad or evil seed or something like that. You know, like I do. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to deal with that struggle. You know, we got to deal with the struggle going through. Oh, he this and that. Oh, he looked like he mixed with this. Oh, he this and that. Oh, he yeah. You know, they assume they. It's like what's going on is they separate you. You see what I'm saying? And I don't want to feel like I'm all over the circle, just running circles, but um, it's like you getting your ass whooped, like I said, and then you when you crying and you just they say dry it up, and you sitting there hunching and crying, and it's like it's hard to do it when you're crying, and you better dry it up. I'm gonna wear your ass out again, and that's how it literally is when you come to YouTube and when you actually try to upload content about what's going on or whatever. Like some people, like if they look at if I would say if dare to say if some of my people was watching my video right now, the first thing they'll do is they'll tell me they'll say, "Well, you can't. It ain't nothing gonna come in and fall in your lap. You sit in that on your internet on your computer and you just turn your camera on. You just talking about what white people ain't doing and what they ain't doing and this and that so-called white people what they ain't doing, but you just sitting in there on a computer, just behind a computer screen, talking about what they ain't doing for you. Your own people get you there, but they'll be like, get your ass out, go get you some work, and stop sitting there complaining about what the white man ain't doing. The white man ain't keeping you from going out there doing this and that. That's Uncle Tom. That's cooning. That's cooning stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's how I take it. You see what I'm saying? That's what they'll do. Little do they know, they is going out there dependent upon Esau and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They basically saying continue to be a slave, go out there and get what you need, and stop blaming the white man and all this kind of stuff. Meaning that whatever, no matter what the white man has, so-called white man has done, uh, you're basically saying we're not gonna hold him accountable for what he do wrong. But your black ass that belongs to us, your mixed ass or your black ass, we gonna hold you accountable. But we not gonna hold the so-called white man accountable for what he did. Not even hold him accountable for killing George Floyd. It's okay for him to get away. That's what you're saying. Okay, it's okay for him to get away with it. We ain't gonna hold him to the same standard we hold you as a so-called man of color. We're gonna only hold you as a man of color to a certain standard. If you get out of line, we gonna ask for you. We gonna ask for death penalty on you. Talking about the man of color. Oh, that's how they'll put it. Oh, nigga, we gonna ask for the death penalty on you. You see what I'm saying? That's what they gonna say. But Esau can go out here and get like who is in a rage, in a constant rage about George Floyd being killed? Nobody talks about that. But you want to tell me, oh, they got white people over here go through the same thing. But look like that. Why we don't never see that type of we don't never see those type of videos. Have you ever seen a Vietnamese and Chinese man saying, Asian man saying, so-called white boy or white woman going around saying we can't even go to the store in peace, we're being harassed? How they gonna be harassed in their own kingdom and they own this whole system? But if you do something wrong, they're coming for your ass. They are. They don't have to worry about being in fear for their lives. So-called white woman or white man, that when they be in a car and they get pulled over, they don't have to worry about fearing for their life or fearing that they're gonna get shot or fear. They don't have to go through. They don't have to deal. They know that. So-called white kids, they really don't have to experience that. They don't have to. They know it deep down on the inside. They know that they should be held accountable for all of the crime. They know it that they commit, but they want to make an excuse for them in that way. To my some of them, not all of them, are like that, and they love it when our people speak like that because of what it does. It makes them comfortable, and it makes them feel like they ain't got to be held accountable for all of the damage that they actually have done. They feel like they don't have to be held accountable, and that makes them comfortable. Like, damn, okay. It makes them thank y'all for making me feel good because it's making me feel like I ain't got to be held accountable for my grandma and grandpa, my grandpa, my nation of people lynching the so-called black man in public in broad daylight on camera, like they did George Floyd. George Floyd is a perfect example of Emmett Till and Tamir Rice and all those different people that was actually killed at the hands of so-called white man as Esau. You know what I mean? Who was that like they claim that it's supposed to serve and protect. Name me a time where they served and protected our community. We want to get y'all out the hood. Y'all been struggling too long. Well, we say everybody's equal. This, things of that nature. But everybody gonna come in. They're gonna be more upset with me and say I'm racist. I think I have had some family that told me that somebody watched my videos, some of my videos over in another country or something. I believe somebody said that in my family. I think, and they said that this guy's racist. Look at what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? They saying that I have hatred in my heart and stuff like that. You know what I mean? This is what people be saying. Now, I was told this by some kin folks. They said that because some of them overseas and say, man, people be watching your videos and they be saying how racist you are and stuff like that. That's what I was told. Like, oh, well, I just say, well, I just tell the truth, you know. But I can say it's really been hard. It's really been a struggle. But am I doing something about? I mean, I'm doing what I can. Yes, it may not seem like it, but I'm doing what I can. But I'm just talking. It's just. I mean, they'll say that's the way life is and stuff. Yeah, it is, but in a way, it don't have to be that way because people can choose. People. I don't know. It's like they want you. Overall, I'm gonna go back to my first statement. People wants to not hold the so-called white man accountable for what they do. It's like you can't hold them. Like they'll say, is they holding a gun to your head, stopping you from going out there? Even if you do go out there and get it, just like Mr. Bill Cosby, did he make a life out decades ago? He made something out of his life decades ago, right? In the movie shooting and the film shooting, stuff like that. But guess what? At the end of the day, when all those so-called white women came together and said that he did something to him and all that, that's a bunch of BS, a bunch of bullshit that they put on Mr. Cosby or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's like, how can a man rape them many women at one time? That's something. It's not adding up. It's fake. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And all that stuff he had, all that wealth, no matter how much he had, he got up there a little high, and it was all about his wealth, his fame, and stuff. And they chopped him. They tried to chop him down. He got up a little high. Oh, we got to use something to set him up. Whoop! We got to bring him down. All that he had. So never think because you got so much until the so-called white man ain't working to tear you down, you need to go and come again and check and reevaluate yourself, because you ain't living in a society like that. No matter how much you got, at any point in time, he still is a so-called white man. He's still in control, and he still at some point in time he can chop you down when he get ready. No matter how big you is, do you think they're gonna let you do better than them if they love you so much? No. If they feel like you can do better than them at anything, and they had the power to stop it, they would, but they can't. But you think they're gonna show you the secrets of how to, or like they send you stuff in the mail, like insurance, car insurance. Um, they'll offer you a plan, offer you Humana, food stamps, and all this kind. I'm just making up something. I'm just talking that whatever. But if it's really something to really worthwhile helping you, they wouldn't even do it. Just like buying water. Buying water. If they knew that to purify and take the chlorine out the water would help a lot of the senior citizens, the people, from going buying water or whatever, if they knew it would really help them, like they ain't doing now, it's too much like right to put pure water in your faucets and stuff right now. They not going to do that. They want to do anything they can to make it hard for you. You shouldn't even have to even buy water when water's supposed to be free. Anything to anything that sounds too much like the right thing, they're gonna destroy it from you. Anything that looks like the right thing or looks too much like right, hell no. It's like, nigga, is you out of your mind? Nigga, you think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get off that free and that easy? Oh hell no. You ain't gonna get off. It ain't gonna be that easy for you. That's what they saying. They may not come out and say it exactly just the way I'm saying it wrong, but they actions are saying it in the way that sometimes the what you do it speaks for you. Just like a lot of my people live in the ghetto and in the slum, like a lot of us. We live in a, whatever, like in an area where it's nobody but people that look like you. You see what I'm saying? But in their mind, they telling you that if they keep you in a position like that, they telling you, nigga, stay where you at. Stop whining. You colored nigga, stay where you at. If you don't get out here and get it, that's on you. We still gonna make it a little harder for you. Yeah, yeah, man. It's something. It ain't like I said. It ain't been easy at all. If I sit up and say, yeah, life been easy for me and I had it good, man, I've been having peace every day. That would be the biggest lie from here to New York. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, man. I guess what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get up out of here and we're gonna talk a little bit later, people.